Dear everyone, welcome to our radio series, Finding Peace in Turmoil. This program is brought to you by the joint effort of Meditation Master Minh Niem and the Meditation Psychotherapy communities, Mindful Living Land, in several places. This radio series is streamed every week on YouTube and podcast on the only official channel, Minh Niem. Worries and sorrows are rooted in the mind. There is no better way to be able to transform those negative energies than turning inward. Meditation is a way of turning into oneself to establish the habit of mindfulness, or rather to create a mindful lifestyle, not allowing ourselves to be either swept away by the surroundings or drowned by the negative energies within us. Thanks to our awareness, we could promptly discover any psychological problems and come back to ourselves to nurture and heal them. And thanks to our awareness, we are able to awaken positive seeds deeply hidden within our soul. We now invite you to practice the mindfulness exercise. Mindfulness is an important foundation of Vipassana meditation. It's an ability to recognize everything that is happening around and within us in the present moment. What is different from ordinary recognition is that mindfulness is to merely recognize, noting what happens to the object honestly and accurately, without adding any of our knowledge, experience, judgment, or even our attitude of liking or disliking. You are invited to practice the sitting meditation titled Mindfulness on the Breath through the guidance of Master Minh Niem.
Please sit down on your cushion. We should only sit using half or one-third of the cushion so that it makes a slight indentation of about 3 to 4 inches. Make sure our two knees touch the floor. You may put a small blanket beneath your knees to prevent it from grasping against the floor. This posture will create a 3-part secured anchor with our bottom on the cushion and our two knees pressing against the floor. This will enable us to sit firmly and also help develop our concentration. We can place our legs one on top of each other like a half lotus position. However, if your legs become stiff, uncomfortable, we can just cross our legs or put one in front of the other. For those sitting on a chair, do not lean against your back. Keep your spine straight. This demonstrates great effort, strong determination, not sloughing off, and thus will help you concentrate better. Remember to keep our chin centers. Don't lower it to prevent falling asleep or aspect our spine. You may raise the chin slightly upward. Relax our two arms and shoulders. Place the palms of our hands facing up, one on top of another. We can also cross our fingers together, or place one hand on top of another, then hold them slightly against our belly. At first, letting it slide off to our ankles, but don't press too hard, that it will create tension. For those who are sitting on a chair, allow the sole of your feet to touch the ground. Slowly close your eyes. Become aware that we are meditating. We are directing our attention to ourselves and not the external world. Temporarily set aside all worries, all your future plans. Forget about the past and the future and dwell deeply in the present moment. First, feel your entire body sitting in very stable, firm posture. Be aware that we are meditating, but at the same time, we are just sitting still to relax. Nothing serious. Nothing to be tensed about. We are not here to attend anything. It is simply a process of returning inward. We are not merely just sitting, but sitting with mindfulness, so that we become aware of everything happening around us, and especially everything that is happening inside of us. We are aware that the eyes are slightly closed. Relax. Feel the relaxation around the eyes and the muscles around them. Feel the nerves of the face soften with a light and soft smile. When we smile, our lips will stretch, causing the 300 muscles on our face to relax. Sense that relaxation. Feel that our faces are glowing and resting. We can place our focus on our smiling lips. Relax our two arms, shoulders, the palm of our hands, and our fingers. Feel the relaxation. Feel the warmth as the palms of our hands touches each other our fingers crossing. Feel the spine straighten up the back, but still relaxed. Feel the relaxation as our thighs are placing on top of each other. For those sitting on a chair, feel ankles being relaxed. The sole of our feet touching the floor. The awareness of this relaxation throughout the body is an indication that Alma is with us. Because Alma is with us, we have awareness. When the body and mind are becoming one, we generate energy. Let's now change our objects, our focus to our breath. This special object will allow our mind to deepen its concentration and sharpen our mindfulness. Feel our breathing through the nature grazing and falling up the belly. Let the belly graze and fall without interrupting the process with our melody. The belly will naturally graze and naturally fall. We pay attention to this whole process of grazing and falling. Know that when the belly grazes, the breath goes in. When the belly falls, the breath goes out. We only become aware of this process, but don't mumble the words grazing and falling. Our mind will follow this entire process instead of wandering off. I know my belly is grazing. My belly is falling. Another way is we can focus on the area inside our nostrils. When air comes through the nostrils, it will give off a whizzing sound. We can also place our focus on that sound. We can also pay attention to the area where air touches, the calling sensation inside our inner nostrils. We can place our mind on the awareness and let the process take place. Don't let our mind become foggy and can cloud our awareness. This fog composed of our worries, our useless distracted thoughts. We must have great effort and strong determination to concentrate. We especially need to observe how the breath goes in and how it goes out. When the breath goes in, take note of it. It's a long or short breath. When the breath goes out, is it subtle or coarse? It doesn't matter if the breath is short or long, subtle or coarse. We acknowledge it just the way it is. That is a very important rule of meditation. We only observe, but don't intervene. We don't try to change the process. We only observe our breath. In meditation, the awareness and mindfulness is more important than trying to change the condition of the object, even when that condition is not good. That is the in-breath, out-breath. We are aware of the breath going in and out. We are constantly checking if the breath is natural or controlled. Natural breathing will make us feel very comfortable and relaxed, like we are not even breathing. We don't try to create or force breathing. We are just merely sitting still, observing the process of breathing in and out. We are using the breath to develop our awareness. The breath itself can be any form it chooses to be. The breath is a reflection of quality of our life, or our current mental state. Just observe the breath as how it is. Here is the breath coming in, the breath going out. Today, we will practice more precisely. We will study its breath carefully. Let me remind you that it doesn't matter how the breathing is, just let it be. Our job is to stand still and observe and become aware of everything that is crossing our mind, like a camera recording everything. The camera records everything that comes across it. It doesn't react or edit the content. The breath goes in, the breath goes out. Once in a while, our mind will wander off. This is normal. Just slowly bring the mind back to the breath by asking ourselves how our in-breath is, how our out-breath is. By knowing our mind is already present, continue to keep a slight smile, our chin slightly right, and our spine and back straight. Our observation on the breath. It is okay if we are not aware of all the breaths. Do not sit there and try to understand or question why. That's a waste of time, and we will miss the next round of breath. Always remember each breath has its own characteristic. They are all different. Not a single breath is similar to another. Therefore, don't mistakenly think that all we need to do is simply breathe in and out. We must know the characteristic of each breath. This knowing will help strengthen our right mindfulness. Mindfulness is the knowing of everything that is happening outside and inside of us. The first knowing is the knowing of what is happening to our body. On the shallow surface, is the body relaxed or tensed? On the deeper level is the knowing of the in and out breath. Right mindfulness is also the observation of an object as it is without intervention. On the deeper scale, we ask ourselves how we react to the in-breath and how we react to the out-breath. If we reacted, take note of it. If we did not react, take note of that. Even if we don't take note of anything, that's okay too. By doing this, we are developing as a very special skill, the ability to observe our own attitude. But only do this once a while. In this lesson, we prioritize our awareness of the breath, the characteristic of the breath. Let's limit the observation of our reaction to its breathing. Occasionally, check how our mind is breathing the breath. Is it tense or still relaxed? Is our mind observing with details or just in general? Either way is okay. The important thing is the awareness, the knowing. Here's the in-breath. Here's the out-breath. Here's my mind breathing in. Here's my mind is breathing out. If the mind is wandering away, take note of it. If it is not wandering off, take note that we are doing a great job at placing our mindfulness on the objects of the breath. In meditation, the most crucial aspect is to accept all experiences. We accept all good and bad experiences. We accept all good and bad emotions. If our mind is calm, we are aware. If our mind is filled with unrest thoughts, we are also aware of it. All of these are experiences. We cannot have just good experiences. We have to accept both good and bad in the beginning of our meditation practice. That is why I am sitting very still, relaxed, and welcome all experiences without resisting, without reacting. Still in breath and out breath. Let's check how our mind is doing. Am I sleepy, drowsy, standing out thoughts all over the place, tensed or relaxed? Just know it. Don't do anything about it. Don't suppress it. Try to make it go away or desire it. We just smile and take note of it. Smile and relax. We are practicing to observe all objects just as how they are without interfering, expecting the natural process of the objects, the condition, and the universe. I am learning to be equanimous, especially observing my reaction toward an object or a condition. Grazing, falling, in, out. Thank you for your practicing.
Next, we invite you to practice lying down meditation, also known as relaxation meditation, with the theme, letting go of worries.
Please lay down and stay still with a yoga mat, a thin blanket on the ground, or in bed. But ensure that your back is straight. Do not put any pillow underneath. Loosen the arms and face, the fingers and palms up. Loosen the legs and let them slightly separate. Tilt the feet out to the sides. Be aware that we are lying down and in deep relaxation position. Breathe in, feel the belly naturally rise. Breathe out, feel the belly gradually fall. Recognize the process of the belly rising and then falling. It means that we are connecting with our breath, going in and out, following the natural rise and fall of the belly. To clearly feel the breath, we can place any of our hands on the belly. The palm gently touches the belly. Relax that arm so we can really feel our breath through the rise and fall of the belly. When the belly rises, the breath comes in. When the belly falls, the breath comes out. This is in breath. This is out breath. The whole body sinks into the in and out breath. Be aware that the mind has returned to the body and no longer roams about from one end to the other, seeking a bit of validation, admiration, and care from others. To be able to perform various duties and throw ourselves as valuable and important, we have long abandoned ourselves. We have never put aside some time to lie still until now, to listen to the in and out breath until now. We are not used to being still, although it is an important part of a human being. Thanks to doing nothing, no matter how small and big of a task it is, and just sitting or lying still, we will be able to rebalance, allow our defilements to calm down slightly, and also allow our wounds to heal. The mind will become bright and tranquil as long as we can enjoy the moment of being still. We shouldn't allow our mind to run off, but recapture and reconnect it with the body, and only then we will be able to generate the energy of relaxation, tenderness, peace, and ease. Breathe in, continue to relax the whole body. Breathe out, let go of all the tension accumulated in the body, every part of it. Relax the legs. Relax the feet. Relax the toes. The shoulders are so relaxed, and so are the arms, hands, fingers. Everything is fully relaxed and resting on the ground or in bed. We are aware and know our body very well. No need to grasp anything. No need to react or project. No need to do anything yet. We are peaceful, happy, light, and at ease. That is the moment when we can return to ourselves, bring the mind back to the body, reconnect, know the body well. Be fully aware that our legs, feet, and toes are relaxing. Be fully aware that our shoulders, arms, and fingers are relaxing. Be fully aware that it is our face, these are our forehead, these are the eyes gently closing, the lips gently smiling. They are so relaxed. Be fully aware that the whole body is in very still lying down position. No need to have music. No need to have any messages, phone calls, no need for catching up with TV, YouTube, Facebook, or news. There is nothing as important as this very moment, living and breathing. I am connecting with my breath. Breathe in, know that I am breathing in. Breathe out, know that I am breathing out. Sink the body deeply into the ground or the bed as we follow every in and out breath. Although we know that there are still so many matters to be solved, many businesses to mind, many challenges happening. Even though there are a lot of ups and downs within the situation, we still know very well that there's no shelter as secure, as solid, or could provide us with so much energy as our own body. Other shelters are likely to drain out energy, although they might be our loved ones living right beside us. Especially when they cannot take control over their own demons, their own suffering, and other negative energies within themselves. Money, authority, or fame can neither be trusted. They are things outside us. They are very much impermanent and could change or vanish at any moment, leaving us all alone. This soul, this breath, this body, breathe in, I know I am present with myself. Breathe out, I'm returning to take shelter in myself. I still feel my face very well, how the eyes and lips are, how the whole body is. I am also listening to my heartbeats. They are becoming softer and lighter. My body is so glad, so happy that it is being nurtured and loved. I have underestimated this for so long. I always just let the body find itself all alone and never returned to give it a hand. Despite knowing that our body is in dire need of our love and care, we often allow ourselves to abandon it at any time in the name of work, duties, and responsibilities. Every day, from when we wake up, the mind has already wandered off, busy seeking and grasping this and that in the outside world. We give ourselves the right to constantly worry about everything. But what is it actually? It is a quickness. It is attachment. It is long-standing habits of grasping, worrying, and being afraid that we cannot get out of. Now we are finally awake. We are making our way back, searching for our most secure and stable shelter. The Buddha and sages acknowledge that in life, we are the ones that love ourselves the most. Only we can help ourselves to end suffering and to attain true peace, happiness, and freedom. Cherish this moment because we must be so lucky, so blessed to be able to bring our mind back. There are so many people out there who cannot. They are still stuck with fame, desires, or even just electronic device and do not have so many blessing conditions as we do. Breathe in, breathe out. Let go of all the tensions and worries long accumulated in mind. There's nothing to bother. Everything will get resolved in their own time when the conditions are right. Just breathe first. Reconnect with life. Allow awareness and peacefulness to arise. Breathe in, breathe out. Feel every cell of the body starts to relax and settle. I am smiling at myself because I know that as I can watch my breath, as I can watch the relaxation of the whole body, I have let go of many burdens on the mind. The boat of my mind is too loaded, but I still don't dare to throw some of the projects, plans, and serious personal benefits of it, even though they have clearly undermined my quality of life and caused me to feel burdened, easily agitated, and prone to lash out at others and hurt them, oversensitive and thin-skinned. We have gradually become rational without realizing, and even if we do, we still don't have the gut to let go of them. We thought that if we were to let go of those things, we would be nothing and have no happiness. But we would have never expected that we would actually be happy by doing just that. Because the happiness comes from within and not from outside. A light, peaceful, and free mind brings us happiness. Breathe in, let go. Breathe out, no grasping. Breathe in, I know I am blind very still, not creating any defilements. Breathe out, I am aware that I am not holding on to anything at all at this moment. I am in harmony with the universe. I start dimly realizing that many things are out of my reach. They are now in the hand of the universe, of cause and effect and causality. Therefore, I don't need to flood and plan so much anymore, and just let the universe do the work. Instead, I'll spend more time to go back and look after myself, love myself, and summon all the positive energies, as well as isolate and transform those negative energies. Breathe in, be aware that I am lying still. Breathe out and practicing letting go. My mind is holding on to nothing. We used to hold on to so many things, but what is it for at the end of the day? Is there anything that will stay with us forever? Is there anything that will always remain the same? Tomorrow, when we face death and cross over to other side, that we can bring along other than our mind. While we are still alive, it is the mind that we have to face and are influenced by the most. And yet for a long time, we have abandoned the mind and run after the circumstances. We try to manage and control things as per our wishes, but how much has been achieved? There's always at least another person who shares a certain situation with us. So how can we control it all? Let it go. Let it be. Let the principles of cause and effect and causation resolve everything. Just do what is within our capability, which is to maintain a pure, peaceful, fresh, pleasant mind, with no fear, as it could be our companion through many lifetimes. We are only afraid when the mind has been broken, barren, and toxic. Breathe in. I'm nourishing my soul with peaceful energy. Breathe out. I'm letting go of all the burdens within my mind. I am letting go of all other preoccupation and fully committed to myself at this moment. And I know that there are still many healthy parts in my body. I shall bring the energy from those places to support whichever parts that are aching in my body. I know that the energy from one place can be transmitted to another in my body. With the attention and guidance of mindfulness, of a peaceful and loving spirit, the energy will automatically travel from areas that are well to those that are suffering to soothe and heal them. There's nothing else as important as the moment of self-care. We no longer need to entrust it to anyone else, wait for anyone else, or accuse anyone else. Breathe in, let go of the whole body. Breathe out, let go of all in mind. I only know this moment, the moment of lying down and fully relaxing, breathing, recognizing, feeling every part and every cell in the body in complete rest.
Dear everyone, to be able to separate ourselves from fascinating objects that are constantly surrounding us so that we can return to dwell on ourselves is not easy. It can be said that not everyone would be able to do so, and sometimes we cannot do it ourselves. If we want to meditate and turn inward to develop ourselves, we need to have a deep awareness of the value of the soul. We must be aware that happiness or suffering is dependent on our heart. In other words, meditation is to help us reduce suffering and to attain constant happiness from a healthy, vigorous, and pure heart. The meditation practice in the second supplementary episode radio series, Finding Peace in Turmoil, is concluding here. May you always keep your motivation for meditating to soon establish yourself in the habit of practice, of turning inward and living in awareness.